Why do I feel like this opportunity that's coming towards you, for some of you, is an unexpected one? The base of the deck, we've got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords can indicate anxiety, stress, worry. It can also indicate a sense of restlessness within the mind, or even sleepless nights. There is something that you are worried about. These are messages for Libra and Libra placements for the month of April. These messages are general, so take what resonates and discard the rest. And without further hesitation, let's begin. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, Libra. I hope that you're well. I'm actually going to focus on what new beginnings you are creating in the month of April. So we have just entered springtime if you live in the Northern Hemisphere. So springtime is all about new beginnings, new directions, new journeys, new goals. So let's see what messages come out for you. What new beginnings are Librans sowing in the month of April? Ooh, so we've got a few. We've got Saturn, we've got Jupiter, Jupiter, and we've got second house. I love this. I'm actually just going to focus on those three cards. At the base of the deck, we've got Mercury. So Mercury is the overall energy for your reading. Shows me that there is a new vision, a new idea, a new strategy. It could also represent you learning something new. So you could be going back to school, college, university, take it how it resonates. It could also indicate that you are networking within a particular sector or arena or field. It could also indicate that you have an online presence. So this could represent wanting to change the way in which you interact with either your client, consumer base, or those people that have similar interests to you. So Mercury rules your local community. So you could be doing something in which you are building community during this time. What I'm seeing that's coming in for you as a new beginning is it seems like you're having a reset within your career and earning sector. Now, the reason why I say that is Jupiter is the planet that represents Sagittarius. It represents the areas in which we grow. This could be growth through education. This could be growth through traveling to a new destination or a new location. This can also represent spiritual growth, but there is growth that you are experiencing within the sector of your career. And the reason why I say that is because we have Saturn here. Now, Saturn represents the 10th house. It represents your career sector. So this can represent your public persona as well. This can also represent your business. So there's growth within a career or growth within a business that then leads to an increase in your income. Some of you may have recently gone for a job interview. You'll be hearing some successful outcomes as a result of that. Some of you have recently applied for loan or grant or funding for a business that you want to start. So this is some good news around this. For others of you, what I'm also seeing is for the existing company or organization that you work for, this is a promotion because Saturn also represents leadership. And this is a promotion with a large increase in your earned income. So this is really good. What I'm also seeing as well is that you have grown within your values. So you're firm on the values that you hold, and as a result of sticking to what it is that you believe and what resonates with you and having firm boundaries, because Saturn also represents boundaries, you have been able to capitalize on new opportunities, because it's almost like what I'm seeing is recognizing your worth. Okay, let's clarify Jupiter. We have the Seven of Swords. Clarify Saturn. We've got the Chariot card in the reverse. Clarify the second house. We've got the Tower. Why do I feel like this opportunity that's coming towards you, for some of you, is an unexpected one? The base of the deck, we've got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords can indicate anxiety, stress, worry. It can also indicate a sense of restlessness within the mind, or even sleepless nights. There is something that you are worried about. You're worried about the outcome of something, with this Nine of Swords presenting as the overall energy. What I'm also seeing as well, with the Seven of Swords being clarified by Jupiter, this can indicate that there may be some... I don't feel like this Seven of Swords is external. I feel like this is internal. This Seven of Swords could represent some form of trepidation and self-sabotaging thoughts that you may have around the growth that you're about to experience. It's almost as if to say, with the moon being in this picture, you can feel that there's a shift, but you're worried about whether you're ready for the new journey, whether this is a new job role, whether this is a promotion. So there may be some form of reflection that you need to do in order to understand the root cause of where your fear lies, and then understand that you are not your fears, and that your fears aren't necessarily true and real. So there's a certain amount of illusion, because the Seven of Swords is the moon in Aquarius. So it's, where are we allowing ourselves to fall into delusion? Where are we believing falsehoods, is how I'm seeing this. So the growth is going to come through you stepping into the uncertain, rather than believing into the, or leading into the fear. What I'm also seeing with Saturn covering the, or clarifying, the Chariot clarifying Saturn, the Chariot is in the reverse position. This is talking about there is a need to pause, there is a need to reflect, there is a need for you to understand that where these fears may lie could come from what you may have learned in childhood. These fears may not even be your own fears. They could be ancestral fears. So they could be fears that maybe your mother or your grandmother or your father or your grandfather carried. And there is a need for you to be able to sit with yourself to understand where that limitation or restriction has come from, as to why you have now started to believe or lean into this fear, because there is a fear here. What I'm also seeing as well with the Tower is the Tower represents change, but unpredictable change that we don't know about, change that we may be unaware of. So it feels as though the opportunity comes in when you start to acknowledge the fear that you have, and you understand where this fear stems from. And once you understand that you are not your fear, it's like the Tower represents the release. It's almost like the light bulb moment, or the breakthrough that you'll have in order to achieve what it is that you want. So what I'm getting is, don't subscribe to fear, and allow yourself to feel what it is that you feel, understand where it comes from, let it go, and believe in the fact that no matter what happens, you will always find a way to be able to overcome challenges. And learning how to lean into the uncertainty of life helps you to grow and helps you to elevate, because you're learning to grow beyond restriction. This represents growth, this represents restriction. So when you start to do that in every aspect of your life, nothing becomes more powerful than you, because you then have power and control over it. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I hope that this has helped. I hope that this has resonated, and I will see you again soon. I hope you have an amazing April. Take care. Bye.